So how much tax will you pay on your 2020 earnings? Check out this video as I go through all of the details. Hey everyone, my name is Simon Misiewicz from Optimise Accountants. I'm here to help you grow your wealth whilst reducing your tax liability. And in this subject matter, we're going to be talking about the income tax calculator. How much tax will you pay on your 2020-21 earnings? This is how we go through all the details. Now, as we go through, you will start to see that there are allowances, which is the amount of money you can earn tax-free. And as you can see just below here, you can earn $12,500, which is your standard personal allowance, which means that you can earn up to this amount of money and you don't have to pay any tax. Now, I appreciate it is not totally generous, but there are other things that you can do. Before we go into that level of detail, let's talk about the levels of tax that you do need to pay. Now, as we've said, the personal allowance is a tax-free amount, so you do not pay tax on anything of this amount at all. Once you go over that amount, so you go to £12,501 up to £50,000, you will then pay the basic rate tax band, which is 20%, and that is on the amount between £12,501 and £50,000. Now, once you go over about that amount, you then start to pay even higher amounts of tax of 40%, which is the high rate tax band. So you'll start to pay 40% on earnings from £50,001 all the way up to £150,000. Once you earn above that amount, you'll see a typo there, which you will pay an additional rate tax band of 45%, which is on the earnings of £150,000. So how much do you pay on dividends? There is a trip up here because the taxes that I've just discussed, you may think, well, that's carte blanche. That is against all forms of income. Well, that's not true, actually. In here, you can get a tax-free amount of £2,000. So I've put in £2,000 because that's a tax-free allowance. So up to £2,000, there is no tax. So on dividends received. Now, dividends could come from a limited company that you own. It could come from dividends of shares that you own in other companies. And you receive a dividend and you will get a tax-free amount up to £2,000. Now, once you go over above that £2,000 and you are a basic rate taxpayer, then you will start to pay 7.5% income tax. As you go up into the high rate tax band, you'll notice that it's 32.5%, not 40%, as we said on the previous slide. And then once you get to additional rate taxpayer, then you start to pay 38.1% tax on those dividends. And please do note, if you are extracting money from your limited company, you would have already paid corporation tax of 19% from your company. So this is a double taxation effect. Now, how much tax would you pay on earnings of £100,000? I appreciate there is lots of people that earn less than that amount. There are a lot of people that earn above that amount. But I really want to take a sweet spot of understanding the amount of tax you'll pay. So as you mentioned, £100,000 is the earnings. So we need to understand where that falls in the tax bracket. You'll notice again, 0 to £12,500 as an example, no tax. Then you get to £12,501 to £50,000 and you'll pay a £7,500 tax, and that is the 20% tax band. Now, once you go over that amount, you go to a high rate tax band of 40%, and that is between £50,000 and £100,000, which is £20,000. So that is 40% tax band that you'll be paying. Now, the total tax on that is £27,500. Now, I did talk about the other allowances, which aren't blatantly obvious about the money you can earn tax-free, which basically means your personal allowance of $12,500, but there are other allowances and income streams that you can have tax-free. And what I've done for you is I've put in the URLs below this video. And the first one is talking about renting out your property. If you rent out your property, you get a certain allowance free. Again, if you have a trade business, whether you're self-employed, again, you will have a tax-free amount, which is in addition to the $12,500 personal allowance, which is great news. Now, that means that you can have your $12,500 personal allowance, but you can increase your personal allowance, as in you do not pay tax, on the £1,000 property income and additional £1,000 worth of self-employment income. That is now £14,500 tax-free. That's a substantial increase, really. Does it stop there? No, we are going to go further. Well, I want to share with you some other tax-free income that you can have. The first one is dividends. Now, we mentioned dividends already, but that is needed to be included in your personal allowance. So you now have $14,500, as we said before. So the $12,500 plus $1,000 from your self-employment plus the extra $1,000 from your property income, that's your $14,500. Now we're able to claim the extra £2,000 on dividends as well. So that now gives us $16,500, which is tax-free. Does it stop there? I'm glad you asked. No is the answer. So the other URL that I think you should look at, again below this video, is tax on savings interest. So do go check out that. But this is £1,000 worth of interest that you can earn, again tax-free. So we had $16,500 on the previous slide. Now we're topping up by another £1,000 to get to £17,500, which I'm sure you'll agree. If we look at these numbers here, we can see that we could have a husband-wife civil partner relationship, and they could bring home £35,000 into their home tax-free. $35,000 tax-free. That's amazing if you know what you're doing. Please note though, the interest that we're talking about here, that £1,000 worth of interest allowance does go down. So if you become a high rate taxpayer, that £1,000 worth of tax-free interest does reduce to £500. An additional rate taxpayer, well, sadly, you do not get any allowance at all for interest that you receive, and you will be taxed fully on it. Now, if you're interested to know how to be more tax efficient in your business, your buy-to-let property portfolio, or indeed how you can extrapolate more money to be tax efficient, then join the online community. There is a 7-day free trial for you to go through. There are courses, there's chat boxes, there are embedded Excel templates to help you work out your tax liability and indeed just save a lot of tax. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, press the like button. If you do have any questions, make sure you ask those questions and subscribe to our channel. If you want to discuss or book a tax call with me, Simon Misiewicz, you can do so. And again, I will post those links just below this video, so go check out that. And there is a 25% discount code for you as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. Again, I'll see you on the next one. My name is Simon Misiewicz from Optimise Accountants. Take care.